Ladies and gentlemen, from the Sunnyside Bowladrome in Danvers, Massachusetts. We are here with the men's finals for the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. I'm Mike Machici, alongside Frank and Bill. Bill's on our scoreboard, Frank's on our cameras and audio. And up on lane 9 is Jason Gauthier, Sr. of the South Division champion. Bowls out of Holyoke, Massachusetts. And he starts out with a 2-pin hit. He leaves the 1, 3, 4, 7, 9, and 10. Wood to help. And he blows right by the head pin into the hole. And he starts with a 7 box. If you recognize his face, he is returning to the finals yet again. He was in the finals last year against Nate Lees and came up short last year, but he's back again. Jay leaves the 4, 5, and 7. He's got wood angled at the wall on the left-hand side. And he's going to try and hit it and send it over there, and he just misses. That was the idea, though. You gotta get that off the wall. And he'll take the non-box. Jay is at 16 after 2. And on the head pin, very nice ball, leaves the 4-pin. And he makes it. And that's the first mark of the game. And here's the bonus ball. On the head pin again. Leaves a wobbling 3-pin. He shook that 3-pin. Nearly knocked it over. No wood to help, no wood in the way. He's going to fire away. And he tries the wood, and he still makes it. He's shaking his head. Probably not where he aims, but he's got it anyways. Take advantage of every break you can. A 5-string match like this, anything can happen. Jay's an active member in our bowling community. He runs the Western Massachusetts New England Tour, which is as he informed me, a handicapped event for bowlers of all talents, which is great. On the head pin again, he leaves the 5, 7, and 9. Let's get wood angled at the 5 and the 7. 9-pin might be a problem, as it was. The wood was too far up in the front. Wasn't able to carry it, and he carries it for the 10. Finishes with a solid 62 half. Halfway point, I should say. And now we get our first look at Jon Winchell, who is our North Division champ. He bowls out of the Exeter lanes in New Hampshire. He was the 1 seed when it came time for the playoffs, and he has bowled as such. This first ball is off to the right. Good break off that head pin, though. Almost like he's bowled here before. He knows how these pins work. Use the 2 and 4 with wood. Makes the shot. Those are the things you got to do. You get a nice break off the head pin. You take full advantage of it. And he makes the spare. Here's the fill ball. Just off the head pin. Leaves the 1, 2, 4. And in the back, the 9 and 10. He's got no wood to help him. And he just slides by the head pin again. And he's going to probably want to take 3 out of this. And I'll take an 8 box. John leaves the 6 and 10 over on the right. 7 pin on the left. Roger Chenard is in the building. Another active viewer in our Candlepin community. We're happy to have him. He uses the wood. Oh, he tried the cap. I'm sure he was aiming for the cap. And then he leaves the 6 and 7 for a 10 box. And he'll take a 9. John has a very supportive family. His wife Sally is here watching today, as are his boys. Not sure of their names, but they're here. This is the head pin. It's a 3 pin on the first ball. He leaves the 1 and 2, and the 6 and 10 in back. I want to say one of his son's names is Logan, but I could be wrong. No luck on that shot. He knew he missed it. And it's 7 bucks. We'll have 1 more box to complete the half. I'm sure there's some nerves involved, and this is the final match. There's the title riding on this match. He's all over the head pin. Leaves just the 10 pin alone on the right. Great ball. Yeah, he's got it. We're playing the whole way down and corralled that 10 pin. Now the bowlers will switch lanes. Gauthier moves to lane 10. Gauthier has a 13-pin lead going into the second half of the first string. He's off the head pin, and that's a half Worcester on the left. Punches out the 2 and the 8. He's back on that head pin and punches out just the 1 and the 5. Jay's doing things 2 at a time here on lane 10. He's thrown 2 balls. He's hit 2 pins with each ball. And he does it again. 3 and the 6 for his 6 box. Two fairly decent balls at the end, and not much to show for it. 7th box. He's off the head pin again. And it's a strike. Yes. Jay was in here quite early today testing the wind on these pins. And he takes full advantage of that off that head pin hit and gets a strike. Nice ball. That was a great ball. Carries out the extra on the 10 pin. And leaves just the 4 and 7 on the left. Oh. Got robbed on that one. And it's a 9 box. Jay's at 96 after 8. 2 boxes remaining in the first string. On the head pin again. And leaves the 4-7 again. Leaves the 4.5 in the 7. As the 4 pin moved quite a way. Almost into that 7 pin. Wood came up and touched the front. It kind of turned a little bit, so I don't know how favorable it is. Kind of have to come up on high on it. Oh, and proves me wrong. Goes to the side and sweeps it. That was a great shot. I think if you hit that wood in the front, you're going to leave one of those pins or you aren't going to hit anything. But he makes the spare nonetheless. Big fill ball upcoming here. And on the head pin, leaves the spread eagle minus the 7 pin. That's the 2 and the 4 on the left, the 3, 6, 10 on the right. No doubt. This is all cut. Ooh. Chops just the 2 pin off. And an 8 box for a very respectable 119 game. Here's Jon Winchell up in the 6th box. On a spare, and he's on the head pin. Great ball, leaves 6 and 10 on the right. 7 pin on the left. Wood on either side. This is a tough shot. You kind of want to go low on that right-hand side and drive it over. And he comes up high on it. Oh! It was an interesting way of playing it. Sometimes if you hit that pin low enough on the right, it spins over on the left. And either way works. If you can get it off that side ball and over into the 7 pin, that works just as good as long as it goes. It was a good idea. And that's a 10 box. The difference box to box is just 2 pins in favor of Jason. Jon going up against a strike here, as you recall. Jon, a very precise bowler. Takes his time, makes every ball important. That's a nice ball. He leaves just the 4 pin alone on the left-hand side. And he's got it. Puts the pin into the curtain. Makes the spare. That was a big one too, because like he said, he was going up against Jason Gauthier. Strike 9, Phil. And he's got a full ball upcoming. Off the head pin. Just 4 on that ball. Gives the 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. For a spare? No. Carries just the 1 and 2 on that one. It's a $7. 87 after 8. Lead right now for Jason is 9 pins. Headman hit. Leaves the 7 and the 8. Parallel pins are very difficult to make, but he's got wood on the right-hand side. I don't know if he's going to try that or he's going to try and get the 7 pin off the wall into the 8. Oh. He lost it. He was aiming for that wood on the right, and unfortunately just let the ball go a little too early as it went in the gutter. That's kind of what we wanted to do, and well, we'll never know. And it's an 8 box. He's got 1 more box remaining. It's at 95 after 9. It's off the head pin again. Chops just the 3 pin off. It's a quarter Worcester, as it's not the whole Worcester, the whole half Worcester. Chops just the 3 pin off. What's the wood gonna do? What's the wood gonna do? Oh. And he leaves just the 1 and the 8 and the 10 for his last ball on the string. Gonna be under his average here. His average is up in the 120 area. It's a 9 box. It's a 104. First game for Jon Winchell. And Jon finds himself into a 15 pin deficit going into the 2nd string. And bowlers will stay on lane 10 to start the 2nd game. As you can see, it's Jason Gauthier for a 119 game. Jon Winchell 104. Jason's up by 15 going into the 2nd game. He starts off with a nice head pin hit. Leaves the corners full. He's got the 4 and the 7 on the left and the 6 and 10 on the right. No one to help. But he gets that. Oh! That was the idea. Kind of want to hit 1 on the inside and get something off the wall. You weren't trying to get that spare, but he was going for the 10 box and he misses into an 8 box. Jason's one of the many competitors in the Men's International World Championship, which is held every November. He's on Matt Corbo's team, which is Jackson Strong. He's a 3, 6, 10 on the right. For a spare. Oh, he just slides by. The ball was going there, but it was tailing fast, and it did. And he'll pick up the 10 box. as I know, his international championship team had their best year this year. I believe that they were a 500 team, just missing the playoffs, but still a very good year nonetheless. Jason leaves just the 9-pin. He's got really, really tough wood up in the front as it's rolling towards us. So if he goes low on it, he's going to miss it. He's going to have to go right at the pin, spin it in there just like that, and he does it. Beautiful shot by Jay. He's got wood in the channel. That's X. That's X. What? Storm. Yeah. Gonna clear the wood on the channel. This is the fill ball upcoming. Oh! Okay, Jon Winchell in the back. You got away with it. We're gonna have the wood checked by the owner of Sunnyside Bowladrome. That's Nick. Jay's got the 1 and 3, and the 8 alone in the back, and he just slides by the head pin. Takes out just the 8. Well, look to pick up 10, and it's a 9 box. One more box for the half. Off the head pin again. Half twister on the left-hand side. Just slides by on the right. And the 1, 4, and 7 remain. Yeah, tough 7 box there. 51 at the halfway point for Jay. And here's Jon Winchell again. Jon is also one of the many competitors at the Men's International World Championship. He bowls for the Maria Subs team, which is captained by John Zappi. They made it to the semifinals this year. But they bowl great all week long. It's a week-long tournament. And that's all 10 of them for Jon. Big strike to start off the half. Oh, nearly the same ball, just slides by on the right. But he leaves the 1, the 2, and the 4. Not so favorable wood to the left of that head pin. That if he touches that 1 pin on the head pin on the inside of that wood, it might deflect. But he's willing to try and go outside. Oh, and he's got it. He drives it right back. Beautiful shot. Man, bonus ball upcoming for Jon. He's on the head pin. Great ball. Leaves the triangle on the right, which is made up of the 6 the 9 and the 10. And he makes it. Beautiful shot. That's 3 marks in a row. We don't do bonus money here, but that would be it. Maybe we'll buy him a ginger ale or something. Jon's on the head pin again. Leaves the 3, the 5, the 6, the 9, and the 10. Got some tricky wood up in the front. Another one of those things, just got to drive it right back. And he does. And is the wood going to come up? No. He shook that 6 pin, though. A little extra wind, that goes. And he gets the 10. That's 4. We've got 1 box remaining in this half. And a strike. What a half by Jon. 72 in the ball. And the lead has shifted to Jon. At the moment, he's up 6 pins through completed boxes. He will have 2 bonus balls to fill when he gets back up on lane 9. Now Jay's up on lane 9. And he comes back and he is off the head pin again, but he leaves the 1 and the 9. I'm going to want to hit this head pin full so that the ball takes out the 9 and he slides by. And it's 9 bucks. Jay's at 60 after 6. Like we said, Jay was in the finals last year and he lost, but there's another great season by Jason. Kind of the underdog here. He was seeded 8th in the playoffs, which is oh no, I'm sorry. I think he was seeded 5th or 6th. Well, that's a spare by Jason. But bowled well in the playoffs and defeated Dan Legge in the semifinal match, which was held at Ryan Massachusetts in Millis, Massachusetts. Oh, he slides by on the left. Slides by everything. Nearly put the ball in the gutter. Takes out just the 7 pin. Not happy with himself after that fill ball. It had just left his hand, and nothing you can do about it. It happens. Happens to the best of us, as they would say. And it's a 10 bucks. He's off to the right this time. Having trouble finding that head pin. Having trouble finding his ball. Leaves the 1, the 3, the 5, 4, and 7 on the left. And he makes the shot. Beautiful shot by Jason. That's how to come back after a few tough balls. Dig your heels in, you fight as hard as you can. On the head pin with that fill ball, though. Leaves just the 10 pin. Alone on the right, he's got some wood in the middle there. Stay away from it. Fire away right at the 10 pin. He's got it. 2 in a row for Jason. And he's got 110 plus a ball. Oh, he's off to the right again. Just chops off the 6 pin. Second one fill of the string. And he's got a 111. He's at 230 after 2. Jon is up on lane 9. He's on the strike. Ooh, slides by the head pin. He got away with it, though. Leaves the 1 and the 3 up in the front. Under through that one. Takes just the 3 pin for a 9 fill. Which essentially puts him at 81 at the halfway point because he had a fill on that strike that he had in the first half. And he picks up the $10. And he's at 91 after 6. On the head pin. Leaves the 4 and 7 on the left with wood in front. Every ball is just so precise by Jon. And he's got it. Wasn't sure if that wood was going to carry both of them, and didn't look like he was pretty sure either. He's like, oh. But he does get it. He's off the head pin. It's a 5 fill on the spare. He leaves the 1, the 2, the 6, 7, and 10. For a spare? Oh, he gave it a great try. Wood didn't have enough to go over there. And he'll look for the $10. Ooh, it's a 9. And he's at 115 after 8. Off that head pin. He's been struggling on lane 9 a little bit, finding that head pin. Leaves a similar shot to what he just had. He has the 1, 2 up in the front and 7 and the 10 in the back. A couple pieces of wood in the channel shouldn't be a factor. He's going to try and make this. And he just misses again. It's a $10. He's at 125 after 9. He's on the head pin. And he leaves the big 5. 2, 4, 7 on the left, 6, 10 on the right. Got wood between the 6 and 10. Try to send it over there, but leaves it down the middle. I'm sure he can't wait to get back to lane 10. And it's an $8. 133 for Jon in the second game as Jon takes over the lead, and he's up 7 going into this third game. And we'll start with Jay on lane 9. Down 7. His first ball of the half is on the head pin. And he takes out the problem pin, which would be the 9 pin. And he leaves just the 10 pin for a spare. If you can hit that wood and just drive it back. And he does. All over it. And he makes the spare. Fill ball upcoming for Jay. On the head pin again. Takes out the 3. Takes out the 5. Leaves the 6, 9, and 10, the triangle on the right. And he's got it. 2 in a row for Jay. Seems to have found his ball again. Oh. Off to the left. Takes out the triangle on the left. It's a 3 fill. Leaves a whole bunch of pins. Up after the first ball. Slides by the head pin on the right. Takes out the 3 and 9. He's got 5 to pick up here in the last ball. And he'll take an $8. Brings him to 38 after 3 in the third game. Nice ball over that head pin. Let's see, he leaves the 5 and the 9. He has got wood touching the 5. I don't know how that 9 pin will go. Yep, there it is. The 9 pin stood as I thought it would because the wood was not great. And he takes the $9. Jay bowls out of Holyoke Lanes and Turn Hall. Oh no, I think it's called Holyoke Turn Hall Lanes. In Holyoke, as a matter of fact. Jay's on the head pin again for the 4th time this half. He's the 2-4-7 on the left, 10 pin on the right. He's got wood where the 9 pin goes. If you can get the winds into that wood, gotta hit your object first. Worry about the wood second, but he doesn't. And leaves the exact same shot for a $10. And he'll take 7. Bringing him to 54 after 5. Started out this half on fire. Fortunately, the flames diminished. And now we get another look at Jon Winchell on lane 9. Sporting a 7-pin lead after 2 games. And he settles in. First ball on the head pin. Leaves the 4-pin. Gotta wonder, he got all those pins moving. And you leave 1. All pins around them. But nothing takes it out. It's the funniest thing. Makes the spare though. John says that pin isn't standing anymore. He's got a fill ball upcoming. On the head pin, you get the 3, 5, and 10. He makes it. What a pretty, pretty shot. Those didn't take long to go. John's got another fill ball upcoming. Oh, he's off the head pin there. But did get a break out of it. Leaves the 1, 3, 6, 9, and 10. It's got wood in the middle of the cluster, which should help. Oh! John shows us the proper way how to make it. You blow by the head pin and hope that everything comes back and takes it. And he does. That's why he's up there and we're not. Oh. Half poster on the right. Oh, no such luck this time. And he leaves the 1, the 6, 8, and 10. And it's a 10 box. Oh, good. Never mind. Jon doing a lot of housekeeping on the lanes today. A lot of pins coming up, a lot of balls having to be cleared. And he's off the head pin. And he leaves the 1, the 2, and the 7. Oh. Just right at the head pin. And it's an 8 box. 62 half for Jon. That increases his lead to 15 box to box. This is a close match. Nobody's really pulling away. Anytime somebody does, it's mirrored by the other bull. This is the kind of match you want. And half Worcester on the left side for Jay as he continues his third game on lane 10. Here at Sunnyside Bowladrome. Takes out the 1, 9, and 10 with that ball. Leaves the 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 7. That's a straight if you're playing cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 7 box. But Jay, his second consecutive 7 box. Not ideal, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. A match like this, all pins are important, as it's very close. Gets a good break off the head pin. Leaves the 1 and the 8. One of those things where you kind of want to miss the head pin on the right-hand side. Yeah. This is on the left-hand side. Didn't really get anything to carry. If you miss that shot on the right-hand side, it swings back, it hits the head pin. The wood gets the 8. But we'll never know. And he takes a 9 box. He's at 70 after 7. I want to send a huge thank you to Alley Chat Productions, as well as Frank DeLuca for being here today. Without him, without his team, none of this is possible. We wouldn't be able to bring you to the finals, so very thankful for him and his equipment and all that he does for the game. Jay takes out just the 3 and the 6. And he takes the 10 box. Beautiful 10 box by Jay. Got 2 boxes remaining in this half. Misses that head pin again. And he leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 9. Oh. A great try on that one. No luck. going his way whatsoever. But he would probably agree with you when he says it's a little off today. First ball has not been on the head pin. He's at 90 after 9 with the box to go. You hear Jon Winchell in the background saying, go 11. Bowlers say that, and they mean that there are 10 boxes in the game, but if he gets a spare or strike in the 10th box, he's able to fill that with 1 or 2 balls, and essentially giving him an 11th box, and that's where that saying comes from. Jay gives a hell of a try. He'll take out the 10 pin for a hundo. 100 game for Jason Gauthier Sr. And he's at 330 through 3. And now Jon Winchell will go back to lane 10. He's done his best bowling on lane 10, I'm sure. He knows that. We know that. If you're a righty bowler and you're bowling with that ball return on your side, sometimes that's hard because you feel like you're restricted to where you can land and throw. Same thing with lefty bowlers. If the lefty bowler is bowling alongside a ball return that's on the left-hand side, it's not so favorable. Jon leaves the 7 and the 8. Oh, that's what we call a field goal. I'm kidding. We're not in football. And he takes the 9 box. Best you can do with that one. Gains 2 in that box against Jay. Jon's on the head pin, and it's a strike for Jon. Unconventional. That 2 pin was the last to go, but anyway they go is favorable for me. I feel a double coming. Oh, almost does it. I was close, but not close enough. He leaves just the 2 pin wood in the back. He's got a nice guide at that 2 pin. There. You could miss right and still get it. And he's right on it. Puts 20 in that 7th box. Spare on strike for Jon Winchell. Fill ball upcoming for Jon. Oh, on the head pin again. And it's a strike on spare. That's 3 marks in a row, which, if you recall, is not bonus money. It's a ginger ale. I think we owe him 2 ginger ales. Whichever you prefer. Whichever you prefer. He's on the headpin again. Great ball. Is it going to take it? It does. Double strike. We don't have triple strike money for him, but if he does throw a triple, we'll give him a 2-liter of ginger ale. Whichever label he prefers. That could have been 4 in a row. That's remarkable. On the headpin again. 3 of them. 3 of them. He does. Triple strike. That should have been 5 in a row. Let's see if he can throw 4. I hope he does throw 4 because I want to yell. Told you he liked lane 10. I wasn't kidding. On the headpin, 4! 4! Oh, he comes up short. And a 170. Bringing him to 407 after 3. What an incredible finish. Incredible. That pushes his lead to 77 after 3. Jason's We're back with action. We had a slight technical difficulty. Caused all of us to try and figure out the answer, but we couldn't, and that's why we asked for help from the Sunnyside bowling team working tonight's shift. We're very thankful that they could. Now Jay's up on lane 10. That was a technical difficulty. He started essentially on the wrong lane. He's off the headbin, but not bad. Leaves the 1 and the 7. Got wood up against the head. He's got it. Pretty shot by Jay. And he's got a fill ball upcoming. Well, he's off the headpin there. Takes out just the 2, the 5, and the 6 for a 3 fill. And he makes it. Comes right back. Makes the shot. Pretty, pretty, pretty. On the head pin, and everything hit it. I'm surprised it's still there. I believe all 10 pins may have hit it. Jay leaves just the 6 pin. Wood out in front. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to come up high on it. Right there. Nice shot by Jay. That's 3 marks in a row. That's a ginger ale for him, too. We're at 3 ginger ales for John. 1 ginger ale for Jason. Oh, make it 2, almost. He's just the head pin for a spare. This is for 4 marks in a row. And he does. 4 marks in a row for Jason Gauthier. And a wonderful 69 half. He'll have a ball upcoming when he gets back up there. Now Jon Winchell's back up after that monstrous finish to the 3rd string. Throwing 4 strikes in his final 4 boxes, which is just incredible. He's off there. He's the 4 horsemen on the right. That's the 1, 3, the 6, and the 10. No one help. And try and run the line. We say run the line because all the pins are in a line. He misses. Tried to play the outside on that, but came up short. And then he'll try to get them for a 10. And he does. Beautiful 10 box by Jon. I'm sure he wanted it there the first time, but it's okay. Makes a 10. And now he's going to go up against Jason Gauthier's run of marks. Half Worcester right side. Takes out just the 3 and the 9. Leaves a cluster on the left. 6 and 10 on the right. Better off hitting in the 1-2 pocket than trying to go outside. Never, typically doesn't really go in this building. He leaves just the 6 and 10 for his final ball. And he'll take the 9 box. Jon's at 19 after 2. On the head pin. Ooh. Pin almost topples into the 5. Leaves the kingpin the 5. He's got wood to the right of the 5 pin, up in front though. If he caps that wood, he'll get it. Otherwise, he's going to be just to the left of it. He caps it and right on it. Beautiful shot by Jon. That was not easy. He puts it in the curtain, as they would say. And what that means is he put the pin into the black curtain, which is behind all the pins. And he's got a fill ball upcoming. On the head pin. Ew. Ooh. Leaves the 2 and the 5. He's got wood behind the 5. Takes care of the 2 pin. That 5 pin should carry with it. Ooh, he's got it. Just enough. Will that sweeper take it? No. John's on a fill. Here in the 5th box. Game 4. On the head pin. Great ball. He has been all over that head pin on lane 10. And he leaves the 3 and the 6. A nice guide to the left of that 3 pin. And he makes the shot. Beautiful. Great half by John. Basically mirrored what Jason threw, as he's down 4 pins in the string, but he's up 73 in the match. Now Jason will roll on lane 9. And he's on a fill. And he's off the head pin. Oh, that was a big one. I'm going to try to make any progress coming back. He needed a bigger fill than that. And he leaves the 1, the 3, the 5, the 7, the 8, and the 9 for a spare. No. Just misses. And it's an 8 box. 81 after 6 for Jay. Mentioned to Jay before the match that he was, and I asked him, he was the very first, he was on the very first match of the old Comcast show, which was on Channel 8. Oh! Wowza! It's a strike for Jay. That's his second backdoor strike of the match. And again, that's why he's up there and we're not. He knows the ins and outs of this Sunnyside Bowladrome. Two? Nope. Leaves the 4 and 7 on the left, 6, 10 on the right. You kind of want to aim at the head pin here. Hit that wood in the middle. And that's just like that. Oh! Nearly did it. Leaves just the 10 pin. And it's a 9 box. That was the shot, though. If you had gone left to that wood, you probably wouldn't have taken on anything except for that 7 pin. And Jay's at 109 after 8. On the head pin. Whoa. Nice ball by Jay. Leaves the 2 and the 4 for a spare. Oh, slides by. Just slides by. Picks it up for a 10 box. And he's at 119 after 9. This will be his highest game of the match. As his high game before this was just 119, and he had that in the first game. Followed it up with 111 and 100. And I was sitting at 119 after 9 frames. He's on the head pin again. Found it this half. And he leaves the 5 and the 8. One up in front of the 5 and the 8. He's got it angled, but if he goes low on it, or tries to hit the wood, he might leave the 8. No, he's got it. He's got it. Wasn't sure if it was touching the 8 pin or not, but it was. That's a spare in the 10th. That's a big one. Gonna want to fill it big here. Just the second mark of the half. He had 4 in the first half. He's on the head pin again. Nice ball. It's an 8 fill and a 137 for Jason Gauthier Sr., putting him at 467 after 4. Jon Winchell already at 472. This is going to be icing on the cake for this half. And he's on a fill. Lane 9 has not been his friend today. He has done 95% of his damage on lane 10. It's a tale of two lanes. And will the 4-pin go? It will not. Leaves the 3, the 6, and 10 on the right, 4-pin on the left. He's going to try to cut it over. And will he do it? No. Just misses the 4-pin on his way over. Thought he had it. To be honest with you, thought he had it. And I look to get 10 here. And he does. He's at 81 after 6. Now he goes up against Jason Gauthier, strike in the 7th box. And on the headpin, leaves the 4 and 7. Wood should help. You're gonna want to come up low on it. You're gonna miss that 7-pin. You're gonna want to come up high on that red line, so that you're able to take both of them and get that pin off the wall. Instead, he comes up low on it. And he was able to carry the 7. And again, that's why he's bowling. He's got a fill ball upcoming. On the head pin. Ooh. Shook the 7 and the 8, but they did not fall. He leaves the 5, the 7, and the 8. This is going to be a pretty one if he can do it. He hits the 5 and the 8. He'll go into the 7. And he does. Beautiful shot by Jon. That was it. He's on a roll now. Started off slow, but man, has he come back. Showing what he's capable of. Jon, arguably one of the top 10 bowlers of the time right now. And the time he goes to the lanes, you can pretty much bet he's going to throw a 120, 130 or above. And hits the middle. Leaves the 2 and 4 on the left, 3, 6, 10 on the right. This is the spread eagle minus the 7-pin. Let's see if he can do it. Nope. Stayed through it down the middle and hoped for the best, and that did not work. That's where he wanted to be, and that's an 8 box. And he's at 121 after 9. 1 box remaining for Jon. He'll be in the 130s again. On the head pin. 5 pin with wood for a spare. And he does it. It's his 6th spare of the string. Like I said, he's going to be in the 130s this game, along with Jason, who had a 137. Right now the lead is 71, plus this ball. And that'll be easy math for us, as 71 and 2 is 73. And the lead is 73. For John, as we go into the final string of this match. Jon Winchell 540, Jason Gauthier Sr. at 467. This is the 5th and final string, the last string of the season. We had the ladies' finals last week. And if you were watching, our Tina Ward was victorious. She was crowned the first ever champion of the ladies Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. As you recall, we spoke about her victory in the mixed teams tournament, which is held at Leda Lanes. Her teammate is Jon Winchell. They won it last year. Jay starts off with a 9-box. I don't believe Jason bowls in this mixed team tournament. He might have, though. It's a 9-pin drop for Jason. He leaves just the 9-pin. 9-pin drop, leaves the 9-pin for a spare. He does it. Right on it. And hope to keep it going. On the head pin. 2 and 4 for a spare. Does it? Oh, I guess not. My depth perception was off. Looked like he was all over it. Takes the 10-box. He's at 37 after 3. On the head pin. Leaves the 3-pin. Looking to pick it up for a spare. And he does it. Nice shot. We invite you to visit our website at AtlanticCandlepin.com. You can see all the standings and scores from this year. This was a long season. We started in the middle of February 2018. Bowlers Bowl through November, and playoffs started the first week of December 2018. And here we are, the first weekend of February, and we're having the finals. So it's a year-long gig. And a nice shot by Jay. Fills it with 7. Takes out the 5, the 6, and the 10 for a spare. He's at 6-4 at the halfway point. Now Jon will go up for his final string of the season. He's bowled well all season long. And deservedly so. He's here today to bowl. On the head pin, leaves the 3, 5, 9 in the back. Let's see what he can do here. Oh! Gives it a hell of a bid. Leaves just the 9 pin. And it's a $10. And it's a $10 for Jon. What a ball. Wowza. All 10 of them. Fill ball upcoming for Jon. He's on a strike. On the head pin. No, just slides by the head pin. Leaves the 1, the 2, and in the back, the 7, 9, and 10. No wood. Oh. Some short, leaves the 7 and the 10. It was a great ball. And a $9. Brings him to 37 after 3. He's got 2 boxes remaining in this half. On the head pin. Ooh, tough break. Leaves the 4, 5, 7, and 8. Oh. So just the 7 pin. Leaves the 4, 5, and 8. And makes a $9 out of it. 1 more box to go. All 10 of them. Wowza. That's a great ball by Jon. As we shift over to lane 10 for the final 5 boxes for each bowler of the season. Jason Gauthier on a fill. Nice ball on the head pin. Leaves the 4 and 7 on the left, 10 on the right. He's got wood. I don't know where they meet. What do I know? Makes a beautiful shot by hitting the wood low on the left and sending it right over into the 10. He's been bowling well since that middle game. I spoke too soon. Leaves the 1, 3, 4, 7, and 9. He's gonna do it. Yeah. 4 marks in a row for Jason. That's 2 if you're keeping track. Bottles and ginger ale this game anyway. Let's see if we can make it 5. On the head pin. It's an 8 fill. 4 and 7 on the left for a spare. Oh. Takes out just the 7. It's a 10 box. Nice ball by Jay. Leaves the 2, 5, and 7. Wooden back of the 5. That could help you with the 7 pin. Gotta hit that 2 pin in order for that to carry, but he doesn't. And it's a 10 box. That's where he wanted to be the first time. And he's got one more box to go. He's sitting at 591 for 9. Looking to get to 600. That's where you want to be. It's over his average. On the 2 pin. Leaves the 1, the 3, and the 8. Nice. Oh! Nice bit on that. Thought he had it. Leaves a solid 8 pin and picks it up for a 10 box. And a 134 for a 601. John needs just 5 pins, and he has 5 boxes to do it. We'll stay right here and see if he can do it. And there's your 5. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a champion. Leaves the 2, 4, 7 left, 10 pin on the right. And he makes a beautiful shot. Cuts the 2 into the 10. Pretty, pretty, pretty. That spare on strike. Fill ball upcoming. On the head pin again. Oh, now he has the other side of it. 3, 6, 10 on the right, 7 pin on the left. you don't want to go too low on the right side. You want to be able to send it over there. But you also need to take care of the 3 pins on the right. I would say red line on the right. And, oh, it touches it. Not enough to knock it over. That was the idea, though. That was a tough one. Because you had to worry about getting all 3 on the right and the 7 on the left. But he does it with 2 balls, and that's a 10 box. And he's at 92 after 7. Great bowling by Jon all day long, all season long. He's been bowling great in February, that's for sure. He's the 4 horsemen on the left, 9 pin in the back. He's got wood in the middle. Oh, will it come up and take it? No. And it's a 10 box for Jon. .102 after 8. He's at 642. Rough day in the lanes. On the head pin. Oh! Pin goes in front of the 10. Gonna look to pick it up for a spare. He needs it. Icing on the cake. Will he do it? Hey! He's got it. That would have made the 7-10. That's a spare for Jon. Fill ball upcoming. On the head pin. Will it go? No. 5 pin with wood. Just an absolute monstrous day by Jon. See if he can pick up the spare. Oh! That's how it's going to end? That's how the day's going to end. Sunnyside just said, hey, Jon, you've had way too many marks today. We're going to take one back. And that's a 10 box. That's a 671 for Jon to 601 for Jason. A 70 pin win. I'll tell you, folks, 601 will win a lot of matches in this tour. And for the second consecutive year, Jason comes up short. Jon is victorious. He's our new men's Atlantic Candlepin singles champion, which is just incredible. I mean, that's just great bowling. 671 is nothing to be ashamed of at all. Usually it takes the average bowler 6 strings. We'd like to thank you on behalf of our team today, Bill on the scoreboard and Frank DeLuca, the head of Alley Chat. We'd like to thank you for being here today, watching us, and we hope you follow us next year, our next season, which will begin in August. Ladies and men's division. You can find us on Facebook at the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, or you can log on to our website, atlanticcandlepin.com. You can find all scores, all standings, and up-to-date matches and score, all that stuff. So once again, thank you. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Machichi. We'll see you next time.